Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this very happy occasion in this very beautiful setting. On behalf of Craig and Laura, can I thank you all so much for being here today. My name is Brenda Reid and I'm a celebrant from the Humanist Society Scotland, and it's my very great pleasure and privilege to conduct this wedding. Well, looking back at the story about how these two met, well, Craig and Laura met in the New Inn pub in Ellon at New Year 2013. Craig had been a gentleman that night though. He gave Laura his jacket, although he did text her the next day to ask where it was. But for their first date, they went to the Monkey House, and the plan had been to go for dinner, but that never materialised as they spent the evening chatting and getting to know each other. Now, when getting to know a little bit more about the couples I have the privilege to marry, I always ask if they've met their dream partner, their Prince Charming to Cinderella, if you like. And for these two, Laura said yes, Craig is her fiercest protector, while Craig also said yes and said Laura is an amazing person. So how about the engagement? Well, that took place on a weekend away to Inverness. Laura had just finished night shift and told Craig that she'd need a wee nap before hitting the shops. And just as she was dozing off, Craig asked her that all-important question. Laura said she believed it was real then, and the answer was a very definite yes.
Right, you heard the story how Laura and Craig met, but that was their side of the story. This is our side of the story. Laura and friends went out to celebrate New Year, and Laura was feeling a little unwell, but she was being looked after by a young lad who had given Laura his jacket, put his phone number into Laura's phone. A few days later, phoned the number to arrange return of the jacket. But Laura, can you remember what your mum said to you? Be careful, you don't know this lad. He may even be a stalker. And stalker he turned out to be. Nah, we met Craig a few days later and we really hit it off right from the start. About 3 years ago, we received a call from Craig and he wanted to come and see us. And nervous Craig arrived and asked for our permission to marry Laura. It was a yes from Colette and a yes from me. You're a great lad and a great addition to our family. So fit like, and full yardian, here's our bonny wee quine, all grown up, looking like a princess. Eh? Have you ever seen a more beautiful bride? Laura, today you look absolutely stunning. Right, Laura, you're a really lovely person, and you're the perfect daughter we could ever wish for. And the support you've given your mother over Granny's illness over these last years is very much appreciated. And I feel very proud to be standing here today on this special occasion with you, and I feel very lucky to have had you in my life as my daughter. And I've put down here, I've written down here, no to Lee, no tears. Colette, you've actually lost your bet. Because Laura and me did all the crying up in the room before we came in earlier today.
Craig, as you give this ring to Laura, do you also promise her your love and loyalty?
I will.
You do?
I do.
That's it. Please repeat after me as you put the ring on her finger. Okay? I, Craig, accept you, Laura.
I, Craig, accept you, Laura.
In marriage to be my wife.
In marriage to be my wife.
And as I give you this ring.
And as I give you this ring.
I give you my hand to hold.
I give you my hand to hold
and my heart to keep.
and my heart to keep.
That's fine.
Come on,
Sorry.
practice.
It's going.
Just give us a minute, 2 minutes. There you go.
Thank you. Have you got any butter?
Hi.
Kyle, could you give the ring to Laura to give to Craig, please? Laura, as you give this ring to Craig, do you also promise him your love and loyalty?
I do.
Thank you. And if you would please repeat after me. I, Laura, accept you, Craig,
I, Laura, accept you, Craig,
in marriage to be my husband,
in marriage to be my husband,
and as I give you this ring,
and as I give you this ring,
I give you my hand to hold
I give you my hand to hold
and my heart to keep.
and my heart to keep.
Dead easy, see? Thank you both, and now following the vows and promises, as well as the giving and receiving of rings, it's my utmost privilege and pleasure to declare you married, and as such pronounce you husband and wife. Craig, in time-honoured tradition, you may kiss your bride. Dead easy, dead easy.
On behalf of my wife and I, I would like to say thank you to all of you for coming today and help us celebrate our special day together.
Laura was almost the perfect teenager, but only one incident blotted her copybook. We got a phone call from one of Laura's friends that Laura could not stand up after sampling alcohol. And I've actually still got the apology note here. You just said you were very stupid, very silly, and you would never drink again.
Craig's a people person, always has been. He meets people for his job and online via emails. You know, speaking of online, Craig did tell you how he met Laura one year. But that's not the entire truth, is it? As a window shopper on the popular website Plenty of Fish, Craig may have spotted his future bride smiling back at him in her charming profile photos. And with courage, Craig fired off a message to Laura. And waited. And waited. And waited.
Still waiting now.
When I was your age, in my 20s, I played football at a local club. Into my 30s, I joined the Ellen Tennis Club. But now, in my 60s, I'm playing a wee bit more golf. And I think what it goes to show you, Craig, is your balls do get littler the older you get.
Marriage is all about giving and taking, and forgiving and forsaking, kissing and loving and pushing and shoving, caring and sharing and screaming and swearing. About being together whatever the weather, about being driven to the end of your tether, about sweetness and kindness and wisdom and blindness. It's about being strong when you're feeling quite weak. It's about saying nothing when you're dying to speak. Some days filled with joy and some days filled with sadness. Too late you'll discover that marriage is madness.
May these hands be forever blessed. May they always be held by one another. May they have the strength to hold on tightly during the storms of life. May they remain tender and gentle as they nurture each other. May these hands build a relationship of love, caring and devotion. May Craig and Laura see each other's hands as healer, protector, shelter and guide.
We've had an eventful 5 years together. both graduating from university, buying our first house together, travelling far and wide on holidays, and got a joint account. Laura, you are the light of my life. You are the most caring, supportive and loving woman I have ever met. I know a lot of people have been saying that you are punching above your weight more than me. I can assure you it's the other way around. I'm the luckiest man alive to have you as my ball and chain. And I cannot wait to find out what adventures we will have together in many years to come. So ladies and gentlemen, for the last time today, you'll all be glad. Please be upstanding and raise your glasses to my beautiful wife, Laura.
Enjoy the good times and think of them more often than the bad. Be there for one another at all times. Make yourselves as well as your spouse happy and let them find their own happiness too. Share all things, learn new things, always remember the time you first fell in love and all the special moments. Keep making every year special and always love one another. And above all, remember the way you feel today.